This seems like a good place to start. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. There's a giant. You want to kill the giant?
No.
Let's kill the giant. He's already half dead.
But he's not half dead. The scout's half dead.
He's totally half dead.
No, he's not.
He is totally... Like, look, he's like at 50%. Like,
now he is. Because we've been killing him. He did not start out there. He didn't start out close to there.
There, he's dead, see?
Yeah. Yeah, but only took 3 days.
It didn't even take 3 days.
It did take 3 days. 3 years.
It did not.
It did.
Not even close.
It did. It totally did. We need someplace giant and scenic and beautiful.
We just killed a giant.
I know. That's not what I mean. It was an ugly giant. We need a beautiful giant.
What about the, eats a moose. Lots of moose. That moose is angry, and he's chasing me.
I'm pretty sure you deserve it.
I just ran past him.
Mm-hmm.
He was already an angry moose.
Mm-hmm.
We went different directions, didn't we?
I'm coming to you, though. I just like how there's 2 very distinct types of griffin. There's the mob griffin, and then there's the mount griffin. And they don't super look alike. Oh, let's go up to the high point.
What high point?
This high point.
Where are you? Oh, you're over there. That is you, right?
Yes.
That is you. It's like you're so far away I couldn't see your nameplate, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's her griffin.
It's purple. So I mean...
I couldn't tell the color from a distance, though.
Okay, that's fair.
It just looked dark.
That's fair. Okay. Oh, just send me out on my griffin. I don't want to swap. Thank you.
Oh, come on. Here we go.
Because this will be, well, it looks less cool. Okay, if we face this way, it looks cool.
Are you all the way up?
Yes. Okay. We can probably go to this one, though. No. I wanted to go just one down. I fucked up. There we go.
I gotta fly around.
Yeah, there's a place to
land. Oh, okay. Whoop!
Okay. That does look like a pretty cool view, though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We get, what's the vista look like? Hey, I'm Feifei.
And I'm Murke.
And today we're gonna do a really relaxed review of Path of Fire. It's been a couple months, so we're just gonna fly around Elona and talk about
our griffin?
Yeah, talk about our griffins.
I guess, do we want to start out with mounts then, since we spent so much of last time's video talking about it, and we're starting out on our mounts, about to fly over this land?
This land that was made for you and me. Oh, God.
I mean, yes, it literally
was.
You said you weren't recording that.
I am recording it.
Okay, good.
Oh god, that can be the unofficial intro.
It is.
I love these random candid intros because trying to get an actual intro is so weird.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so first thing to talk about would be the mounts, which, for the most part, I loved. What about you?
I also love the mounts. To the point where I have problems actually just walking around Tyria now.
Who wouldn't?
Everything feels so slow when I'm not on a mount.
Yeah, that was something I was a little bit worried about, but at the same time, now map completion regular Tyria is super easy,
Yeah.
and for the first time since doing it on a single character, I'm like, I might actually go map complete now.
Actually, I think my Raptor is still my favorite. I think I'm on my Raptor more than I'm on the Griffin, which kind of is disappointing because this cost me. I mean, you freaking saw how much I had to pay, like
Yes.
how much I had to farm for this. Because, I mean, I don't think people understand that role players just generally don't have any money.
No, we really don't.
Like unless you're Forte.
Yeah, well...
Or Odie. Who got his Griffin like in the first, like, what, 2 hours?
I don't think it was 2 hours. It was very shortly after.
It was the first day.
Was it the first day?
It was the first day.
I do know it was before there were any guides, so I thought it was either first or second days.
I'm pretty sure he got it like the first night, like when we were all asleep.
Oh. Yeah, that's
and like the on day 2 when we all logged in, he's just like parading his stupid bird cat around.
Yep. His beautiful bird cat.
Stupid bird cat.
Beautiful bird cat.
I mean, at least he's like super helpful, and he's like,
Yes.
"Hey, I'll help everyone with finding things." in that monotonous voice of his.
Oh.
I love Odie. Don't get me wrong. He's a wonderful person.
But yeah, I think my favorite probably, other than the Griffin, is the Raptor 2, and I think the only reason, like, those two are always going to be my favorite is the Raptor is great for just, like, getting around flat space because of those long jumps and its speed. Whereas the Griffin is better for getting around more difficult terrain because the flap gives you some height, and of course just the long glides let you get from places that the Raptor wouldn't let you. So that's probably why those two are always going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
But I also I hate the rabbit. I hate it less with the third mastery point. But I still don't like it.
There's what? There's 5 mounts?
Yes,
I need a safe place to land.
There is the Raptor, of course. It is beautiful and amazing. And, of course, mine is purple. Then there's the
Are you going to model them all?
I am.
Good.
Who is my least favorite, and you can tell because it's not purple.
But, I mean, it is a beautiful green.
It's a glowy skeleton.
I do like the idle animations on the bunny, though. Like,
I hadn't even paid attention to them. I guess
he
we'll
washes
see what they
his
are.
face, and he pulls his ears down.
That's unexciting.
Wow, even the Moa hates him.
Yeah, see, the Moa doesn't like him.
Wow, Moa.
Moa's just like, man, that bunny, I don't like it. Me too, man. After that, we have the Skimmer, who is very specialized, but I honestly...
I like it in certain maps. I like the idle animation where it pokes you in the back.
That is cute. That one is really cute.
And it, like, when you turn around and then you, like, look around, like, what was that?
Yes.
And, like, it looks like it's just, like, laughing, like, ha 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 ha.
Let's see if I can get it to do it. But yeah, the Skimmer I like just because, I don't know, it's slow.
You don't die in quicksand.
Yeah, you don't die in quicksand, and it's a very chill mount. That's why I appreciate it. despite being one of the slower ones, it's still one that I enjoy just because it's kind of boop boop over everything. Don't bother with anything other than like high jumps.
You what over everything?
Boop boop.
You
Just
boop boop.
Boop, boop. Is
Yeah.
that not? That's not the noise you make. Oh no! Come back! Stop it!
No! No!
Well, we're going this way now. Also, no falling damage is kind of nice. It just sort of gently. Boop.
Yeah, I liked that it was like the way I could like glide down safely from places.
Mm-hmm.
And before getting the griffin, I would like ninja it to like get up on ledges without swapping to the rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Me too. So it's a little more multi-purpose, I feel, than some of the others. Like the jackal, who seems like a not as good raptor for the most part, unless there's a portal.
Mm-hmm.
Those
portals are terrifying because they will like you have no idea where you're gonna go.
Yeah.
And you could like get right into a place where you don't want to be.
Mm-hmm. It is a very exciting mount in that manner.
There have been a number of times where I've gone through a portal, screamed, tried to turn around and go back, got knocked off,
and then it's too late.
And then it's too late. You can't go anywhere.
It's a trap all along.
Yeah, like in the stupid Desolation, or no, it was the Elona Riverlands in the Dead House when you're going to like there's like a mastery point or something. You have to go through a series of portals, and there's just like a ton of awakened, and they're all angry.
Well, wouldn't you be angry if you were in their place? There's a stranger barreling in with their sandy dog, getting sand all over everything, screaming because suddenly they're an undead.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Those poor awakened. They don't deserve this.
Wow. I didn't ask to be there either, okay?
Here's Joko. So beyond that one, there's of course the griffin, who's the fluffiest bird kitten. And
the best bird cat. I love how it stretches like a cat. And I love how like the character stretches when the griffin stretches. Just I love it.
I really love that it's the way it sort of takes off makes most the like smaller bunny jumps. I no longer have to get on my bunny. I can just glide up.
Like, but yeah. So there's what 5 of them.
Yep,
in
that's
total?
all for now.
Yeah, for now. But in addition to the mounts themselves, there are now a bunch of different skins. So like the standard has like one dye channel.
Yep.
So there is like what?
There's 30
6.
skins in the adoption license, and then there's a new one as well that is a basically legendary skin. It's the Forged, I believe.
The reforged Warhound, which you
is
have to buy individually. I'm just showing that off in the hero panel. But yeah, there's a bunch of different styles, and I'm not sure how many dye panels or channels rather each one gets.
I believe they all get 4.
Maybe, but I'm not sure.
Double check.
Yeah. But yeah, like there are some of them that I like. Some of them, like in some of the raptors, like the facial structure has changed a little bit. Some have more spikes than others. Color patterns are a little different. One's sparking. Wow. No, there's not a. Oh, there is one that's on fire. There's one on fire. But yeah.
There's a lot of people upset currently.
There's a lot of angry feelings when it comes to the mount skins, because to you can only get them one way. And that's with
That's
the
not true.
adoption contract. What is the other way that you can get them?
There's two ways you can get them. You can do the single adoption contracts, which is 400 gems, and you get a skin for it. Or you can spend, I think it comes out to $120 to get all of them at once. But you definitely get all of them. Those are the only two ways, though. Which is unfortunate, as the 400 gems version that lets you adopt only gives you access to a random one. You don't get to pick, and you don't even get to pick which mount it's for. So if you don't have a griffin, you could still get a griffin skin, and that would essentially be worthless to you until you grind it out to get the griffin.
Sorry, I was looking through the gem store to see where where the mount adoption licenses are, because they did have, you know, the singular, and then they also had the 30 pack, like the full, it said like, you know, 30 pack, but now they only have the individuals.
Oh, they took down the...
Yeah, so now if you want to get 30, you would have to buy 3 of the 10 sets at 3,400 gems each, which, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They took down the way to get them all, so now the only way to get them
is individually.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, the only good thing, I guess, about that is that they don't unlock doubles. So like once you've got one unlocked, it's kind of like unlocking any other wardrobe skin, where like if you have like a bunch of like the wardrobe unlocks, the guaranteed wardrobe unlocks, if you unlock a bunch of really crappy skins, you're not going to unlock them again, so your odds of getting a better one increase the more you use it.
I'm not gonna buy any of them because I like 3 skins out of the 30. And that's just not worth it to me. And one of the skins that I like is for one of my least favorite mounts. Or rather, my least used mounts. I don't dislike the Jackal, but I don't use enough to really use the skin that much. So the only ones I want are the Spotted Sylph for the Griffin and maybe Celestial.
I know I'm going to end up buying some just because I like punishing myself, I guess.
I mean, if that's what you're into, man.
I key gamble all the time. Whoop.
Me too, and it hurts me. Let's
go. So I'm pretty sure that at some point I'm going to buy these instead of keys, because I mean, I also wonder if you can get them unlocked with guaranteed wardrobe unlocks.
I hadn't considered that. I feel like probably not, because can you unlock outfits?
Yes.
Oh, and maybe. What about gliders? You can gliders?
Yep.
Oh, I don't see why
yeah,
not.
I've got like 2 or 3 gliders that way. I've got at least 2 outfits that way. It shows how many freaking keys I buy.
Too many.
It's way too many. I have a problem.
One thing I really liked about PoF was the fact that there are so many mastery points. They put more in the maps than you can actually use right now.
So
I
think that they kind of like started that trend with Living World Season 3?
Yeah, I think
it
so,
3?
yeah.
Why are you not in here?
Because I was and then I fell.
No.
One of the things I think a lot of people sort of had issues with before was how hard it was to get mastery points in HOT.
God, yes.
PoF, that's pretty much taken care of. There's way more mastery points than you need. You can pretty much afford to skip any ones you don't want to do. Like the sous chef.
I ended up doing that for like 3 days before I got it, just as a matter of principle. I was not gonna let it beat me. and I succeeded. And I never have to do it again.
No. Once you do it, it's done for your entire account, thankfully.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it again if you decided you wanted to, because you like to punish yourself, apparently.
I mean, who knows? I haven't tried. I haven't even looked at it.
I have. I've looked at it.
I deliberately stay away from that building.
That's fair.
I was also concerned when we did the demo that all the mastery points were going to be basically the sous chef. And I'm really glad that they're not.
No. I think there's only maybe 5 in the whole expansion that are kind of like that. And there's so many mastery points, you don't actually have to do any of them.
Yeah.
So that pretty much covers mastery points, is the fact that it is easy, extremely easy, to just get all the ones you need completely for all of the mounts, including Griffin. I actually had all the mastery points saved up before I even had the Griffin.
Yeah, same. I just needed the experience. Like, even post-Griffin, I have 10 mastery points left over. I can use. You're not even in here.
I just got out.
Oh, I just went in.
Okay, well, I'll wait here for you then.
Okay. I just opened the chest. And now I'm popping out.
Okay.
Whoop! What's next on our list?
Let's see. No, I don't think I had exactly a next. Let's see. I guess with mounts and mastery points, we could talk about basically how easy and or difficult it is to get around. Without the mounts, I think it'd be a little bit frustrating, but because of how easy it is to get and level the mounts, it simply isn't an issue.
I also really liked how in the story, so like in Heart of Thorns, like I remember saying that there was the only reason it really took me a little while to finish the Heart of Thorns story wasn't because of any content that I had to play through, but because everything was gated behind masteries. And they were so difficult to get.
Yes.
Whereas here, like, I expected that. Like, I think that when we were doing the story, we got to one point and we were like, oh, well, now we have to level up our rabbit. But we actually didn't have to, because there were other places we could have gone to do that story step and get the credit, because we had to contact Timey for something.
Yeah.
So I just assumed we had to stop what we were doing and level a mastery, and we actually didn't. How long did it take us before we figured that out?
I don't even remember.
I think it took us like at least an hour. Literally. Because we were just like, because no one was doing event, everyone was doing story. We're just like, how do we get the experience? We can't get to these mastery points without the.
That's right.
Because we were in this map. And yeah. So like, I was happy with that. Like, nothing story or content related is gated behind a mount. There are always other ways that you can get what you need or get to where you're needing to go. There are some masteries that, like, there was one mastery point, you need the Griffin, but at the same time there was another way for me to get it. Like, it might not have been the way ANET wanted me to get it, but I mean, I still got it, so it works.
Oh, I think some of that might be the teleport to friends, which you can sort of get in Black Lion chest or just from birthdays.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that, but I'm map broke.
Okay, that's also still not good though. For the most part, there is very little gating behind the masteries. If you need if you end up needing mastery points, there's always other places you can go to get more. So if you find Like, I know there's one in Crystal Oasis that requires the skimmer, and
Mm-hmm.
you can't get to it otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the one we just got back from requires Jackal 3.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many other mastery points that if you like, you don't have to get that one unless you have OCD like me.
Mm-hmm. But you can pretty much just be. I noticed they did give a lot of mastery points through the story,
Mm-hmm.
just for
So
doing the
many.
story itself.
Yeah.
Not achievements, just completing the story.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I think, was a big part of the reason that helped that
Mm-hmm.
issue out. And then there were just mastery points all over.
Yeah, you got mastery points like candy,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. Like, because there's nothing worse than having all of your progress halted just because you don't have enough mastery points or you can't get to them.
So as far as like other places, I think I remember some people were saying they didn't particularly like the Desolation because they didn't have what, Skimmer and Jackal for it.
I hate the Desolation just because it's not pretty.
I mean, that's a fair reason to hate it.
But I mean, it's also called the Desolation, so I mean, how appealing did I really expect it to be?
Pretty sure the entire point is for it to be unappealing.
Yeah. I also just, when you go to the Desolation, and I mean, like, we'll obviously see it when we run through, it's just, I feel like it would smell like
Yes.
rotten eggs.
Well, it's all sulfur, so yes, it would. That is the entire point.
And like, who would want to live there? Why do these people
No
live
one.
there? There's
People
people
don't
that live
live
there. They do live
Wait.
there.
Do they?
The
Are you
yeah.
sure?
I'm pretty
I only
sure
remember
there's
seeing like
that
the Whisper
village.
people, and that's a camp to attack the Forge. Where are these people living in the
Oh, I
Desolation?
thought that was a village. There's like,
No,
hmm.
that's not a village. That's. I mean, maybe there are villages in the Desolation. I'm gonna go look.
People are weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, people live all sorts of places.
Ugh.
I figured we'd run across the brand. I like it.
Oh, okay. Gosh, I love the brand here.
Yeah.
It's like, I love what they did with it. Can we go this way? Or where did you go again?
I just want to cross. Oh, I can't stay here. People are firing at me.
That's why I went this
They'll hurt
way.
my griffin baby.
Because you need your rabbit to get up there, don't you?
I mean, I was just gonna do it on my griffin. I did it. I did it on my griffin. It was pretty easy. These branded shouldn't attack me. I look like them. Why are they attacking me? Brothers, stop. I'm one of you. So this is my favorite. Well, this isn't my favorite place, although it is very pretty. I think my favorite place visually might be further in Vabby with the branded, just because of how it looks. This is very nice though. A+ design. It's great. Look at that. It's great over there. One of the things I really like that they actually did, and this is a very minor thing. So in Central Tyria, most of the brand is actually a fairly like pinkish purple. Here it's a much cooler purple. Not colder,
because
as
that's
in
so important.
it's bluer, and it is very important to me and no one else.
I just like that there were effects of the brand, because like in Central Tyria you don't get any effects of it. It's just sort of there. Whereas here, if you're not on a skimmer
Or griffin.
or well, you still even I get hit on my griffin.
Only if you're not flying. If you're flying, you're fine.
Okay.
At least I think so.
But yeah, you get like struck by lightning and what I assume is branded lightning. Which I thought was really cool.
What other places? visually do we like? I mean, we just passed the Zephyrite village, and I was really pleased to see that. I feel like
I'm not familiar with the Zephyrite like at all. I saw them for like 2 seconds in Dry Top, and that was it. Like,
oh,
I know nothing about them. Um, Other than they crashed in Dry Top, and that's it. So I didn't even notice that there was a Zephyrite village.
yes. We walked right through it.
I thought those were just Elona intents.
No, that was Zephyrite. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Zephyrite Living story that came out forever ago that you clearly didn't play, and always wanted them to sort of bring some of that back. And I was glad they gave a little bit of a nod to that, at least, even if it wasn't more than a nod. Like, here, we know you like Zephyrite things and want to see more of it. Here you go. Here's like 5 feet of it. It's a beautiful 5 feet, though.
Oh gosh, I love the library, but that's more of a story related thing.
Good news. Well, we can go ahead and talk about story.
The story was good. There we go.
We talked about story. Okay, done.
Without getting into spoilers. Oh wait, there's like this really cool. Okay, like there's this really nice place in the Desolation. There's one place in the Desolation I really like.
Okay, let's go there then. Well, we talked about story and how it's good.
I loved it. I loved the story so much. I didn't feel like there was a lot that was unnecessary or filler. I think that it moved at a good pace. Obviously, I would have loved to have had more, but that's just because I'm a greedy piece of shit.
See, I disagree on there was no filler. There was an entire, basically, episode. It was, let's recap. And then the fight that came with that. I think I felt that one instance probably could have been trimmed a little bit.
Which one was that?
The one with the Eater of Souls.
Yeah. Okay, I will give you that. That I casually blocked that out of my mind because okay, so here's one gripe I have about the story. It wasn't even about the content of the story, it's just the way it was structured. So there were a few instances where they led right into each other without any pause, without coming out of the instance. Should we res this person?
No.
Okay.
We're being attacked.
You
I don't
are.
want to get knocked off my griffin.
I'm not.
Okay, then you can stop and save them.
I'm not gonna do it by myself.
Okay.
But yeah, so like I didn't like that because I just got knocked off my griffin, but that's not why I didn't like that.
I mean, I wouldn't like that either then.
I didn't like it because I know, like for me, I have very little life outside of this game, but I know a lot of people who do actually have lives. They cannot sit at the computer and dedicate hours of time to playing story in chunks, and when they come in just for one chapter or for one instance and then they have to go and they think that they're able to finish this, but then it's like, oh no, sorry, now you're going right into this thing, you can't leave or you lose your progress.
I thought they had at least put in, like, the saves. So while it does throw you right in, if you then stop and leave, and then come back to it, it'll put you in that next instance, did it not?
Not for some people that I spoke to.
Okay, I haven't.
Like, I mean, I never even had that problem because I just played through. But I do know that I'm gonna need my skimmer for this. No! Sorry, the glitch. Lily just like rode off into the sunset without her skimmer.
Poor skimmer left behind.
It was terrifying. Lily looked like she was riding nothing. She sort of flipped and did the animation when the skimmer came. It was horrifying. But yeah, no. So like my friend Nye, like he kept disconnecting, like in the middle of, I think, the Eater of Souls thing.
Yeah.
And he had to do the entire thing all over again.
Ooh, even the fight with Balthazar?
I think so. Like, I think he had to do it like 3 times.
At least the fight was easy.
But I'm just like, it's just the whole thing. Like, that could have been... Like, I kind of understand why that one maybe wasn't, because, like, of what happens. I'm not going to give spoilers on that, because that's a big thing that happens. But, I mean, I liked it. I just wish that the recap... Oh, fuck. I saw you got dismounted. I don't know why I thought I would be different.
You just did.
I thought you would trigger the trap and that was it.
No. Everyone gets dismounted.
There's a lost mount over there.
Poor thing.
I know. Can I take it? Can it be my child?
Can you?
Inspect. This mount is frightened and doesn't trust strangers. Maybe its owner is nearby.
You should go find its owner.
Where is its owner?
It looks like its owner is probably that way. There's more event marks. Nearby events.
Oh, help recover. Oh.
Let's go. Let's do this. We have to save the mount.
Gotta save the land pancake.
Yes. Yeah, so story, in that instance it did make sense, but was still kind of eh.
Yeah. I mean, I also didn't like that that fight was so, I don't want to say impossible, but like it was
scripted, so literally impossible.
I'm not sure we're talking about the same fight now.
Oh no, other fight. Okay.
Yeah, the one where like you and Forte couldn't help me.
Yeah.
And the only thing that saved me was that Forte was there telling me what I would need in my build. Mm-hmm. So I was able to like not leave, but like get out of combat and adjust my build a little bit, but I couldn't access my weapons.
There was a way around that because I was able to, but it's
like I couldn't,
not very intuitive.
Yeah, I couldn't change. Like I didn't have access to any of my gear that I wasn't wearing when I got in there, which was disappointing. Like all I could do was like, because I unequipped Druid. So that I could have more like DPS based, but then I couldn't swap off of my staff because I had literally no other weapons I could use.
Actually, you could use if you went to the same place that you had your like your traits. You could then swap over to your hero tab.
I did. That's where I was. I was in my hero
like
panel.
In your equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, I was able to swap over. Maybe that was something, and I just actually did it in the last fight too, so maybe it was something that they changed after you did it?
Maybe. I was so mad about it. I was like, oh my god. So all I could do was, like, camp my bow, and, like, because it's like legendary, so I could restat it at least off of healing. Yeah. And use all of my like abilities that I could possibly use. So, and then like once I did that, it wasn't too bad. It took like a couple tries, but I liked that it was difficult. I just wish that it was more user friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I mean, I get you're supposed to be somewhere where you don't have access to all these things. Like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, how do you expect me to actually do it if I wasn't anticipating that and I couldn't prepare for that? Like, and if I had no access to changing my skills and I didn't know and someone hadn't told me what I would have needed to do, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I mained a necro, so it wasn't hard for me. Necro masterclass.
Yeah, well, not all of us main a necro. Some of us main healing druids.
Do you know what that means?
If you say it, I swear to God.
Play a necro.
I thought you were gonna say get good.
No, that's dry. That's dry. Okay. How could you accuse me of being dry?
Because I mean, you say it sometimes too, just never to me. But yeah. Other than that, oh God, these harpies.
They never end.
Okay, so harpies. I am angry.
that they're so good at ruining us?
Yeah, I hate the fact that these are like evolved harpies and that there are harpy spellbreakers who can use both Dragon Hunter and Spellbreaker abilities and just wreck my face. I'm not a fan.
These are not those harpies.
These are not those harpies, but I'm mad that they exist.
That's fair. You've reunited them.
Yay! Oh, it's a recovered mount now.
Yes.
I swear he's smiling.
You never lost a friend before. My heart. I'm glad the pancake found its owner.
Yeah. Well, we found its owner for it. And now it's a stranded villager.
Oh no!
In a recovered mount. Where are they going?
Need help?
I was gonna say, well, they're going the wrong way. They were going opposite directions.
Clearly we need to save them.
They're going right into the spider's nest. I don't think this is a good idea.
No, this is a terrible idea.
No wonder they got stranded.
Mm-hmm. They just vanished.
Oh.
They vanished into the abyss.
Wow. Rude. Okay.
Well, hopefully they're home now. Also, there's a spider web. We should destroy it.
Yeah. I really like the story overall. I like that there were a bunch of times that made me... I mean, you heard me. There were a lot of what the fucks. There were a lot of fuck that spellbreaker.
Okay, let's go.
There were just a lot. See, fucking Dragon Hunter traps. Spellbreaker crap. This is ridiculous.
They're gone. They're gone.
Good. But yeah, like I said, overall, I like the story. I like the ending.
I didn't like the ending.
You didn't?
You know why?
Yes.
Because it plays a mean visual trick on you and made me think something happened that didn't. I was grateful.
I'll cut it, but like, what did you think happened?
Oh, I thought Aurene got eaten by Brockberg.
Oh god.
Cause she just she flies up and it looks like she gets sucked up into his mouth.
God.
That's why I didn't like it.
I like the epilogue.
Yeah, the epilogue's good. I quite enjoyed being able to choose Omnoon's fate. and delivering him.
Okay, I did not like that because your choice affected me. And I had to go with it.
You didn't have to. You could have chosen not to accept the progress and redone the story.
Yeah, but that wasn't the point. Like, those. I was about to follow the wrong person. Like, and I love the way they worded that. Like, I mean, do you want to take this, like, and deal with the consequence or whatever they said? Like it was this huge live or die decision, and
It was.
It was just like it was this massive thing. I'm just like, oh god, like this isn't the choice I would have made, but I gotta do it on my own.
I would have come through and helped you if you really didn't want it.
I mean, I figured my main concern was that, like, because with the Reforged Shadowstone, you only got to do that once per account. So that choice was final. So I was worried that this choice would be final.
Okay.
So that's why I hesitated so much.
That's fair.
But I figured excuse me. I figured that, like, with any other story instance or whatever, it wouldn't be. So I was like, I can just come through on Andrin or whatever and do it again, which I did. So I got to tell them what to do.
You got to not turn them over to Joko.
Yeah. I was just so heartbroken when, after you did that, we came out of the instance and the people were sobbing outside of the gambling place.
Those were tears of joy.
I figured they were just like, no! Oh god, sulfur!
Tears of joy. They were so happy, Joko.
I mean, to be fair, it was probably just sobbing because they lost in the gambling hall. Let's be real.
That's also likely, yeah.
I have lost you again. Where'd you go?
Oh, that's because I'm swapping over to skim around here.
Okay.
And here is another one of my favorite places in game, and it's not actually purple. There's not a hint of purple anywhere here. It's all yellow.
No, I'm stuck.
I don't know what to tell you.
I fell.
I'll come save you.
Oh, where'd I go?
This way.
The way I'm going?
Yes.
Okay. If this was not Joko's palace, would you still like it?
I main a necromancer. What do you think? Look at this. It's beautiful.
Fair. I mean, I love it. I would just prefer if it were not in a sulfurous wasteland filled with angry mobs that wanted to kill me. I would love if we could get this as a guild hall.
Right? Anet, please. I need this as a guild hall.
Speaking of guild halls.
Oh.
What do you think of the guild hall, the new guild hall?
Honestly, a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
1 minute. I need to fix my mini here.
I was gonna say I can't even see you on the throne.
Okay. There we go. Now Joko is properly on his throne. So this needs to be a guild hall. And as for the guild hall that is currently available, the Windswept Hollow, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel nearly as large as the others, and I get the point was to make a guild hall that was more meant for smaller guilds. The fact that it's not cheaper to upgrade doesn't make it better for smaller guilds. It just gives them less things for the same amount of money.
Oh my gosh, is this choya meat?
Yeah, of course.
I just saw that.
Actually, I have a bit of a spoiler in the very last section. So, in the very last thing. It's very easy to miss. But there's a choya, and if you look beside the choya, there's something labeled cactus meat, and if you eat the cactus meat, it makes the choya sad.
Where is this?
It's in that very last story instance.
Oh, in the
big party.
The epilogue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
So I can only assume they took the choyas, like loved ones or children, cut them up and served them at the party.
Oh no.
How dare you, Awakened, attack your monarch?
I mean, I feel like they're just like, how dare you sit on Joko's throne?
Joko's here with me. Joko is here with me.
Lenoria will take care of them, don't worry.
How do they attack?
Speaking of the epilogue, real quick, I really like that you got to choose your speech.
Mm-hmm.
And that everyone was reacting to it accordingly. I really liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved it so much. It felt like there was more personalization to the story
Mm-hmm.
than I've seen in the story ever up to this point.
Not personal story. Personal story gave you a lot of choices, but as far as like open world story,
Mhm.
like, because I think the only really choice in Hot was who you saved at one point. Like,
Yeah, and it doesn't even seem to have made any difference.
yeah,
Because we haven't even seen, like, all we've seen is Logan. We haven't seen Zoja at all. Period.
Well, we probably aren't going to see Zoja again because of Felicia Day is a little too busy to come voice act her.
Well, I mean,
So
that's
that's
fair, but at the same time, I mean, at least tie those ends up? Maybe? Or recast the voice, which they've done before?
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, the guild hall.
The looks of it are very nice. I had actually assumed that I would go through and eventually get that guild hall for an alternate guild than my main one. Which, I mean, I'm apparently still going to get it anyways just for my Joko guild, which I am currently repping.
Praise Joko.
It's Joko. But just because outside of the sort of central area, everything else is just sand dunes, there isn't really a lot of place to build fancy things. Aina did give us a few nice Elonian decorations, but one of the things they gave us was called an Elonian tent, which is a lie. It is not a tent. It is a single tent side.
It's not even... Oh, hello.
No.
Oh dear. We should maybe kill this thing.
Yeah, unfortunately we will have to.
Woo! Oh god. Okay.
Poor confused throne guard.
Ow, he feared me.
But, it looks really nice, especially upgraded. If you just want a small area, like, I think for RP guilds it is kind of nice because it does kind of give, like, a central hub, especially if you're doing something for, like, a merchant guild. That could be cool. As far as any room for, like, people in your guild to make personal spaces, like, the Gilded Hollow has a lot of room, and so it's very easy to make for a lot of people to make their own little personal, like, housing areas. That would not be the case here.
Yeah.
Everyone would kind of be squished up together, and because of decoration limits, that would be an issue. For a guild maybe who's actually less interested in having a massive guild hall to load into, who don't really like have everything spread out, if you want everything condensed so it's easy to get to, that's probably a good one. And the, of course, looks of it are really fantastic. The design of it's beautiful, but if you want something expansive that you can explore, that's not really the haul for you. And unless they were to make it cheaper to upgrade, then there's why pay the same amount for less, unless it's you just really enjoy the aesthetic, the looks of it, and the style. I don't actually remember where the way out is. I assumed it was over there.
How did we get to Vabby?
Did
we?
We brought in through story?
Did we get there?
Are we certain?
I don't know anymore. Like, it looks like we should be able to get... Oh, the Vabian corridor, maybe.
Okay, how do we get there?
I marked it. It's south of us.
Let's go. I'll let you lead then.
Should we invite Odie to the call?
You can ask him if you would like. You know what we haven't talked about yet? That's now a great time to talk about it while we're standing here. It's unidentified loot and how they changed it since the beta.
Right. Okay. So that was actually one of the topics that we talked about a bit at length. Ish.
Yeah. No, I definitely went in. I had strong feelings about it.
You did have strong feelings about it. So the way it was originally was that you would get... Let me open my inventory. You would get this unidentified gear. Do I have any? I do. If
not, I do.
I have some. And they come in 3 rarities, a blue, green, and yellow. And what you would do is you could either salvage them, or you could take them to a vendor, a heart vendor, after you've completed the heart, and pay to have them identified to see what they were before you salvage it. And then it's just RNG and luck to see what you got.
And the prices were higher than most blues and greens sold for. Thankfully, they changed it quite a bit from what it was in the beta, and now it's a little bit better, by which I mean entirely better. They broke it up into the 3 different types. It used to be just one type. Since then, they've broken it up, and you no longer have to go to a heart vendor to get it identified and pay. It was, I think, a silver and 58 copper per piece to identify.
It's too expensive.
Yeah. Now it's free.
Yeah, it costs nothing to identify. And
literally just click it.
Yeah. They even have a use all option now for bags, so you can just like open them all with one click.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only ones worth opening are the rares.
I've got rare things from the blues and green bags though.
Yeah, I've got even exotics from the blues. So
well, that explains why I sometimes get echoes from. Yeah. Maybe I'll have to start opening them.
If you actually know, because you can actually get pieces of the Spear Marshal's armor through there. Because I've gotten one piece from that before. So I would actually suggest always identifying them, especially when, I mean, it's just...
It's free.
Yeah, it's free, it's right there.
But otherwise I can just salvage them with one click.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's more clicky.
I mean, live your dreams, I guess.
Yep.
I can't think of a reason for you to change your ways.
Nope.
You heathen.
Yeah.
Go for it.
But I mean, I think that it is much better than it was in the beta. I'm super glad that they changed it. I'm also really glad that they changed all the stupid karma.
Yes.
Because I was getting... I've lost you guys again. I was getting, like, prayer beads and pieces of clothing and necklaces and just
Sounds like Andron's stream.
just tons of stuff that I had to consume to get karma. None of it stacked unless it was the same kind, and very rarely did you actually get the same kind.
Yeah.
But now when you get them, they automatically get consumed. So, I mean, I feel like they don't even have a reason to still be in the game if you're just gonna straight up give us the karma upon receipt.
Yeah.
Just like any other event. So, I'm just waiting for... I feel like they didn't do that because a lot of people probably still had them on hand. Although I don't know why. But at least that way people could not have them vanish. They could consume them at their leisure. But I'm just waiting for the day when they just take them out completely because I think that was a really bad system.
Yeah, they could have just made it to where they no longer exist. Like, you can't earn them anymore, but players that do have them could have kept them. In case they were, like, collecting them for some weird reason.
No, I found the entrance.
I went the wrong way because I
You
got
did.
separated from you guys.
Oh, are we going to the harem?
Yes. Actually, I don't know where the harem is. I've not been yet. Will you take us, Odie?
I've not been either. I thought
No.
it was this. Because it's in this zone somewhere.
Okay. This is, I believe, the way into Babby. Maybe? Find out.
Oh, I thought...
No? It's blocked off, so...
yeah, you have to go in through the secret place.
What secret place?
To get to Babby? I'll show you. Yeah,
Please come
I guess-
collect me. I'm getting immobilized all the time.
It'll be fine.
we're going to Joko's domain waypoint.
This is where I originally brought us to leave. And then I just went into Bone Palace and decided to live there for a while.
Babby's my favorite map.
Yeah, it's pretty. Very interesting.
I love the hearts there so much. They remind me of, like... They just remind me of Egypt. Everything about Babby reminds me of Egypt, and I love it, and that's my aesthetic.
Well, that's what it's based on.
I'm stuck in the ground, so it'll be a
Okay.
minute.
When I was little, I was in an ancient Egypt club. They had us, like, learn hieroglyphics and shit. Pretty interesting.
You know my favorite part of Babby?
The
The,
brand.
Leaving.
Oh.
Oh.
the Academy and the brand. Brand because purple, the Academy because praise Joko.
But the brand zaps you.
It's also beautiful.
I mean, you're not wrong. But it zaps. It's a mean brand.
What is a mean brand?
No.
Yeah. I like the heart where you're pretty much playing matchmaker for nobles
Yes.
and
No.
killing the party poopers. It's a good one. Oh,
Did you just find the bust of Joko?
yeah, I didn't realize I was there.
Praise Joko.
Praise Joko. Joko works in mysterious ways.
He does.
God.
He does. Okay, so what places do we want to show off here?
Everything.
Okay. I complete them. You just put ahead.
What
the way
is
to the Griffin.
the way to the Griffin? What do we come across first? The palace?
I think so.
Yeah, let's go to the palace. Oh, hello, Forged. Did we have anything else on our list of things to talk about?
Hot versus Puff and bounties. That was it.
Okay.
We kind of already did some of the Hot versus Puff.
How hot wasn't fun and pop is actually pretty decent.
They've certainly improved upon their systems and the maps and
Everything.
And everything.
Like what isn't improved?
It's not about
meta
Sobari.
events. Meta events.
Yeah.
That is the
I
one thing they
kinda-
didn't improve.
Yeah, I kind of miss the meta events. I
Mhm.
really liked
There's a
that in
statue.
Hot.
Hey guys, there's a statue. Guess what?
But
But Murky, there's also one right there.
I can
And
praise.
there's-
Okay. Yep.
There's one over there.
Yep.
We can't praise them all as much as we would like to.
Yes, we can. Yes,
I don't
we can.
understand what's going on.
We can praise the big one.
We can praise all of them. I tried to hit praise. Praise is not an
Am-
actual emote.
Oh, if you salute it, you get a thing. But I got
Yeah.
it for kneeling, so that's interesting.
Yeah, you get
Praise
for both.
Joko. Saluted
That is-
one salute.
Too many statues to salute.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm not saluting all of these statues.
Yes.
That
salute
is
all.
not a thing that I am doing.
It's the thing I'm doing.
Disciple of Palawa Joko for 10 AP? I don't think so.
Don't you get a title as well?
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
a title.
Disciple of Palawa Joko. I'm not doing that.
Specific things that were different from Hot 2 that, like, we already talked about the masteries. There's the actual maps themselves. Like, just how they're laid out and how...
Thank God nothing was like Tangled Depths.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
would have rage
Oh.
quit so hard.
I had to really think to remember which zone that was.
I don't
It
blame
was
you.
the worst of them. They
Yeah. It's such a pain in the ass just getting around.
Mhm.
It still is. Like,
I mean, we have mounts now, so.
Probably is easier now.
God, I haven't tried it with mounts.
There's no reason to ever think about that place anymore.
I mean, unless you have to map complete it for a legendary,
Why would you have to do that?
because you
Right.
have to.
It's only Central Tyria that needs completed, I thought.
Not for a hot legendary.
Oh, well, those don't count anyway.
Some of those legendaries were nice. There haven't been any new legendaries with Pop, have there? I didn't think there would.
I don't
No.
think so. Yeah, and this just kind of segues into the brand like you wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna swap over to my skimmer here. Let's see.
Ha. Skimmer.
I don't want my griffin to die.
There's a lightning ball right here. Yeah. Just got to go from ball to ball.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Where'd Andrin go? She's like a toddler.
She's
Like
screaming.
Walmart. She got away. Now she's lost.
Really, we should have gotten a leash.
Yeah, one of those monkey backpack things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow, guys. I don't know. I think there was more story in Poff than there was in Hot.
I guess that's true.
I just really liked that it took me like, I think 3 or 4 days to complete the story playing almost non-stop.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to in Hot, where it took me, if you take out the time that I had to spend grinding for masteries,
Mm-hmm.
then it probably,
That was awful.
yeah, it was only not even like a day's worth. It was only a couple hours worth of
Yeah.
content.
It's like they use the grinding for masteries as a way to lengthen the story.
Yeah, which
Whereas,
was shit. And then the whole, like, half of the stuff felt really rushed and unnecessary.
where other parts got left out.
Yeah.
Bram got included.
I was actually kind of disappointed with Poff that we didn't get to kick Bram.
See most of. Yeah. Didn't see most of Dragon's Watch.
I mean, I know that the Living World story thing starts up in like a week and a half-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to be extremely disappointed if Bram never gets kicked in the dick. I'm going to be very upset.
Nope.
Like, I don't care if it's the commander or if it's...
I wanted to be Timey. She has to do like a fucking somersault for that. Lily, what are you doing? That's not a griffin. That's not how you get over here.
I know it's not a griffin.
There's chests and busts, and who doesn't like a good bust? Look, they're all right here.
I guess it's too bad because I can't get up there.
You have a griffin. You
Yeah.
lose.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I
you
can't.
totally can.
I can't.
Yes, you can. I believe in you.
No, I can't.
Well, not with that attitude.
You have to come get this script burglar.
There's a script burglar.
Mm-hmm.
Is there really?
Oh, another yellow.
I don't actually know.
Yeah, the chest is right here.
I don't
burglar
think
in
they
it.
would put a script burglar in the brand because you would have to be running around without your mount in order to attack it.
Look, are you really questioning ANET's design choices?
I'm questioning your
After what they've
honesty.
shown.
is
After
I'm
what
doing.
they've shown us. There's the chest right here. They don't spawn, really. Have you ever seen a treasure chest in the brand?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a script burglar.
No, it's not a script burglar.
The only ones I've seen in the brand are burglars.
This one is not, I think. Maybe?
I know it's
guess
not.
both
I just
of them.
had to convince Lily to get over here.
I hate you. I knew it.
But you can get a nice juicy glob of ectoplasm
Yeah.
if you're lucky.
I didn't.
Well, you still have to salvage the gear first, you silly Billy.
Also, let's just appreciate the looks here for just a moment. Look at how fantastic this is.
It's even better if you go up to the northeast where that weird gin-infested crystal hell is.
We could go there. We could, that's an option.
So I suppose seeing this giant, like, Stargate SG-1 crystal thing going on over there is pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's weird because I can't see the lightning striking you guys, but I'm watching your health go down.
Puff versus hot. Which one do you think is better?
Pop, easy. Easy choice.
Yeah, as far as just story and things, I think Pop is
And
better.
not getting murdered instantly.
I mean, I had no trouble with that.
And
We're
huh?
not all in
Well,
necro.
you're a necro. You don't count.
So I guess just to summer it up. Yes, because it's
Wrap
summer.
it up. There we go.
What did you think overall of the expansion? Like, would you recommend it?
Definitely. I enjoyed Hot, but this is just better in every way, pretty much, other than the fact it's not about Sylvari. That is the only way in which Path of Fire is not better than Hot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's fair. I also wish that there was more like on the Sylvari portion, that there was more like, Elonians reacting to the people showing up. Like if you're a Sylvari or a Char or something, like they'd have opinions. But I did like that at the very, 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 very end that Canuck was having to explain himself in that instance. He's like, no, I'm not a Choya or whatever. He's like, I'm not a cactus.
Uh-huh. I think it's just some of the people had seen some of the, Char and Sylvari, and that's why it's not always explained, but it would definitely be nice. I kind of
Yeah.
expected there to be
Something.
that. Yeah.
Something from someone. It's not like all of Elona. Like, come on, give us something. But I mean, I feel that that's
Okay.
just like a little nitpicky thing because there was so much.
Mhm.
There was so much.
There was so much.
And, they would just redo the mounts.
Mm-hmm.
That would be super. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I don't think so.
Is there anything you thought that they should have improved on or not done that they did do? Anything you hated in particular?
One bit of story that we talked about,
Yeah.
but that's about it. Otherwise, no, everything is pretty good. The one fear I had, they kind of addressed and fixed, so there isn't anything about the expansion I had a problem with, really.
Mhm.
Other than now the price of Ectos has dropped to like 22 silver.
Yeah, so like we were casually we recorded the video like weeks ago. And in that time Ectos have plummeted, which like I guess I can talk about when I do the season 4 video, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, I thought the expansion was really great. Like I have no regrets about buying it. I love it. It's great. It's wonderful. But yeah. So I guess we should wrap it up here then.
Yep, seems like a good place to wrap it up.
Alright, well, I'm waving at my monitor. Wow, that was good.
Thanks for watching and listening.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll put all relevant links in the description box below. If there's anything you want to see that we didn't talk about or cover or whatever, feel free to leave said comment. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining, Murke.
Thanks for having me on, Bebe.
That's weird.
It is weird. It took me a second. I was like, oh god. I was like, and not I can't call her Andrin.
So yeah, bye.
Goodbye forever.
Perfect.
Mhm.